I think any businesses that operate in the food and beverage sector need to manage their product portfolios in order to stay relevant to their consumers. And that often involves a process of innovation or renovation initiatives. Of course, any product innovation or renovation carries an inherent risk. There's no guarantee that a new product launch is actually going to achieve the rates of sale that were originally planned. But in part, you can minimize these risks by really developing an understanding of consumer needs and actually developing products that actually address well-defined and distinctive consumer needs. So in my mind, understanding and developing products that meets those consumer needs will actually have a greater chance of survival in the long term and importantly, achieve their commercial objectives. So we have many established methods that enable us to characterize the sensory properties of a product. These often involve things like quantitative descriptive analysis using expert sensory assessors who can quantify the appearance, aroma, flavor, texture attributes of a product. We also have well-established methods in order to gain consumers' response to those attributes, approaches involving depth interviews, sensory-led qualitative focus groups, or large-scale quantitative central location tests are just some of those. However, having said that, given the implications of COVID-19 on the way in which we collect consumer input, we may need to think about alternative approaches that involve more remote-based methods, things like virtual focus groups, home placement tests, or online consumer surveys are some of those approaches that we could take. So I think we need to go a little bit further than just optimizing consumer satisfaction based on a single exposure of a product. We need to think about applying approaches that take account of temporal methods, where we're asking consumers to interact with a product over an extended period of time, or indeed take into account issues around context. We know, for example, that in lots of cases, context can have a really significant impact on how consumers perceive a product. We've plenty of work published through our member-funded research program that illustrates the impact that evoked context can have in consumers' evaluation of a product. But most importantly, I think we also need to take account consumers' degree of involvement with a category, with a product and brand, and hence approaches that allow us to more effectively segment consumers through things like decision trees or optimizing pricing through approaches like conjoint or price sensitivity meters, or indeed assessing the packaging in context of the product where we're looking at a blind, informed and expected conditions. We can actually understand how the packaging and product interact. I think these methods are basically allow us to address these areas quite effectively. So I think the application of multi-method approaches that provide us with a more holistic view of the consumer and their interaction with the product, actually help us to provide and obtain actionable and valuable insights that we can provide to product development teams that we work with.